Hi and welcome to another episode of Mr. Puzzle, today with a brand new puzzle made and designed by LC Puzzles in Dublin, Ireland, by Lee. It says made by Lee. Let's see what Lee came up with. We're gonna open this box. We're gonna take it out. Nothing else inside. We got an extraction here. It says the complete name, Lee Carroll, with best wishes from Ireland. And let's see what they came up with. Brand new, as I said, will be just released this weekend, I think. And here we go. It's called, by the way, it's called the Pivot Puzzle. This is copy number 10. Don't know out of how many. It's nearly a solid block of brass. It's quite heavy. 320 gram according to the description. There are some things going on inside, you can hear it. Oh, and there seems to be also magnets or something involved because it snaps in place, as you can see. I will not try to solve it now in the introduction, of course not, but it comes also with these markings here, 2 rings here, 2 rings here, which are different positioned. It's hand brushed. Everything looks quite good, as you can see here. Everything well machined, deburred, hand brushed, as I said. Pretty cool puzzle. It's not coming with any rules, it seems, so let me check the website again. Okay, according to the website, it should contain a coin, a numbered coin, and no tapping or external tools are allowed to open this puzzle up. So that's it for the introduction. Quite a small but heavy puzzle. Reminds me of the Titan puzzle by Felix Ure, where you also need to separate these 2 halves. This one definitely will work in a different way. You can already feel it, you can already hear it. And after this water break, we gotta find out how to open it up. So let's see what we can detect here on the puzzle, considering different aspects of this puzzle. The gap between the 2 halves it is too small to see anything. You can see that there is kind of a cylinder inside, also some additional elements, maybe pieces. How could they be locked? Probably they need to be locked in the same way as all of those puzzles are locked. So either they could be a pin, but since I'm not allowed to tap it or to bump it, it's cannot be held together by the magnet itself or a pin that need to be dropped. So I would assume it has this standard geometry, like interfering at a certain area like this, and then there is something locking it in place. Yeah, would be the easiest way to do it. I'm not sure if this is following this approach though, because it's pretty flat. So let's see what happens if you move it, how it behaves, what noise it will create. We got these 2 circles here, and now I'm gonna check out what happens if I rotate it. It will snap in place. It will snap in place at a orientation to those 2 circles that looks kind of random. Let's see what happens if it always snaps in place in that area. Yes, it always snaps in place in the same area. Let's see if this happens also if I turn it around on this side. No. Oh, now it's blocked. It got now blocked entirely. Is this maybe an indication of the name, the Pivot Puzzle? Like you need to rotate it in that way several times to position the pins that seem to have something to do with keeping the 2 halves together. Drag them up with a magnet and then position them somewhere else. I don't know. Now let's turn it around and it's blocked. Also works in the other direction. I hope it's not a twisting puzzle. I will just play a bit with it so to see if I can detect some stuff. Oh, there's something I can discover here. If you look in this gap here, I'm not sure if you can see this. Can you see that? Now you can see it here. You see this? There is something different in that area. Up to now, the mechanism itself, it feels very complex, very hard to understand because of the many parts inside. But this is why we are here, right? So... Oh! It's shifting, guys. What's going on? Oh! this is much more complicated than I thought. Come on! I will not let you close up again. Forget it. Forget it. It can still rotate. You see this? How does this work? Oh, the lower half here. You see this? It's spinning independently from this plate here. You see this? Oh man, this is definitely much more complex than I imagined. I cannot get it that closed anymore. Oh, whoa! You saw this? Man, I like that one. Completely surprising. It's like it's running through a maze or something. I hope we can really open this up and understand how this works in the end. Oh! You see this? This is the coin, number 10 coin. And this was the thing I was seeing, and also the gap I mentioned earlier. You see this? This gap here? This was the gap between the halves I saw, because if you hold it like this, you can see that there is a gap. I'm closely before solving it, I think. No way, I will not close this anymore, but this is what it sounds with the coin, and this is without the coin. I have no idea how this mechanism works. There must be balls or pins, or I think it's like a pin following a maze, and I need to find a way to drop it up and down to get through this maze. I hope this is not a trap. And it's like led me into a one-way and I cannot continue here. And just looking at the coin. Oh! I made it! Yes! The LC Pivot puzzle. Sample number 10. Solved! Solved. Okay, let's see how this works. Let me get a tool for the other side. Oh, it's not too tight. That's good. Here we go. Okay, so what is going on here? Oh my gosh. Let me check how this works, and then I come back to you with an explanation. Okay. Okay, I think I got how this puzzle works, even if it's still difficult to do. Okay, you can fiddle your way through, but doing it in the right sequence, it's actually pretty difficult to understand and pretty tricky. This is how it works. You have these small pins here. Those pins are located in here. I will leave this open for now, but those pins are, you have to imagine, are located here in this half, and they can drop partially, just a tiny bit like so, into this gap. It can be either this pin or this pin, but not both pins at the same time. Keep that in mind, okay? I will show you a picture up here to also explain you what happens with those sliders and with those pins and these holes here, okay? Also, it cannot be assembled in the wrong way because those two cylinders here have a different diameter. So it must be assembled in the beginning, no matter how the pins are located here. It must be in the beginning assembled like so. If you want to reassemble it, okay? I will show you now how to reassemble it. And the way how it works is the following. Right now this pin is out, okay? Means this pin is now in this hole right here, okay? The first move I can do, and I can only do it if I tilt the puzzle like over here. And here these give you a good way to orient these two circles here, because these are the holes to enter the puzzle, okay? The two holes you can see here. So the way how you need to do it is you can pivot this one up here, and then it will drop in this hole on the upper center. Now the pin is caught in that hole, so nothing can move anymore. First, to rotate it any further, you need to rotate this half, turn it around, and make this pin drop out again in this condition here. I take it now completely out in this hole, which will release this half from being twisted, but only if this pin, the horizontal pin, is moved to the right, all the way to the right. You can hear it. And then the other one, the left pin, the vertical left one, will move upwards. And then I can rotate the next step. Next, I need to move it downwards again. I need to move the other pin to the left again. And I need to move up the right side pin now. And if I do this properly, I can rotate the next step. And then finally, to get this last piece down, I need to find again, and you need to imagine to do that. I now need to align this hole with this pin up here this time. The pin will drop in the hole slightly. It will release the piece from the hole on the top center. And then it will be able to rotate slightly until the slider, the horizontal slider. So I need to get the horizontal slider out of the way. And this is only possible if the other two sliders are on the bottom side. So I move this over here, and then I can finish the puzzle and close it. And this is basically how this puzzle works. Now it's in locked condition. I fiddled my way back through. Even knowing the mechanism inside is really tricky to find the right spots, turning it around at the right point, then going to the next point, moving the sliders and so on. Still a tricky puzzle. Great first puzzle from LC Puzzles, definitely. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Let me know if this review was interesting and the explanation was understandable. If yes, hit the like button, comment below, and until next time, keep on puzzling.